It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi, when you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
U Sports on CBC, presented by les championnats U Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada, Nike, Gilbert Rugby, Fox 40, Vera-Burn Medical Supplies, Les Bag Baron Rings, APAL et Ferme Cavendish, and by Cavendish Farms.
Welcome to U Sports on CBC and the 2024 Cavendish Farms U Sports Women's Rugby Championship from the campus of the University of Prince Edward Island. This is Maggie Grimmer alongside Phil Lancia as we get set to bring you today's match in Consolation Semifinal number 1 between the number 3 seed OUA champion Guelph Griffins and the number 7 seed host UPEI Panthers. What do you expect to see from today's game out of the Panthers, Phil?
Today we're looking for a bit of scrum, hopefully some scrum dominance. We have some exciting forward play, some fast ball coming out of the rucks, and we're looking for a good heated game here.
And on the Guelph side of things, a gritty hit 'em up style. Expect big tackles, expect strong line speed, and expect some big runs from the back on the Guelph side of the field. We're looking for a very exciting match here again in Consolation Semifinal number 1. These two teams lost their quarterfinal matches. We're going to talk about key players here now. On the Guelph side of the ball, we're looking at Addie Holmes. That's 2024 OUA Player of the Year, playing out on the wing for Guelph, and last night was named a 2024 First Team All-Canadian. So keep an eye out for number 14, Addie Holmes.
For UPEI, we have Emma McLean. She is a 2023-2024 AUS All-Star. She's fourth year. Usual position is flanker, but we're going to see her out at number 12 today running some hard lines.
Very excited here. Big crowd on hand for Consolation Semifinal number 1. Here's a look at your championship bracket. So again, we're getting you set for Consolation Semifinal number 1. However, earlier in the day, the UBC Thunderbirds defeated the U Ottawa GGs, and the UVic Vikes just a few moments ago defeated the Queens Gales to advance to Sunday's championship final. Winner of today's game against UPEI and Guelph will advance to the 5th place game on Sunday morning. Kickoff will be coming at you live in a few moments. When we come back, get set for the Guelph Griffins versus your host, UPEI Panthers.
Une chose est certaine, ça prend des gens passionnés et dévoués pour satisfaire les normes élevées des fermes Cavendish. Que ce soit pour combler la collation de fin de soirée, compléter le petit déjeuner ou faire plaisir autour de la table du souper. Avec les frites préférées au pays, bouchées de pommes de terre et rondelles d'oignons, vous pouvez compter sur la qualité supérieure des fermes Cavendish à chaque fois. Les fermes Cavendish, faites à notre façon, savourez à votre façon.
Welcome back to Charlottetown and U Sports on CBC for the 2024 Cavendish Farms Women's Rugby National Championship action. We bring you now live Consolation Semifinal number 1 between the number 3 seed Guelph Griffins and your host UPEI Panthers, having a look at the Guelph Griffins lineup. Keep an eye out again for number 14 Addie Holmes, OUA Player of the Year. Also, Taylor McKnight was named a second-team All-Canadian last night, along with Larry Jorgensen and Kennedy Feasby. So lots of firepower on the Guelph side of the ball.
And your UPEI starting lineup, we've got Emily Duffy starting at number 3. She brings a lot of forward power, a lot of great lines coming from her. Takes several players to tackle. Emma McLean, as we mentioned, the key player today, playing back in number 12.
And we get you set here for the opening kickoff again between your host UPEI Panthers and the number 3 seed Guelph Griffins, Consolation Semifinal number 1. Kicking off will be Charlotte Branchflower playing at the fly half position. That ball is up nice and high over top, cleaned up by Guelph, wearing white today. Big tackle to start off here for UPEI. Ball now out the back line for Guelph. Hard up into contact. That's Mackenzie Stewart making a tackle along with Charlotte Branchflower in support. Ball now out the back for Guelph, looking to move it wide. Nice hands there from Guelph. A fend here, that's number 15, Karenna Oddiwill for the Guelph Griffins. Ball now, nice ball movement here from Guelph early on. Good tackle by Motati for the Panthers. Counter ruck for Carla Stewart. Guelph holds on. Now in the hands of number 4, Reese Wallace, my apologies, and there's going to be a knock-on for Guelph. So a good start here for the Panthers, Phil. Yeah,
it looked like a forward pass there. A lot of intensity right off the bat. In these rainy days, they're looking to see who's going to answer first and who's going to answer the call. So Guelph with a bit of ball movement out the backs and came back in. Unfortunate about that offload being forward.
Here's a look at our referees team today. Again, you see in the middle of the field, Chris Edge, head referee. Assistant referees Chris Asmus and Laura Fleiderer, an Acadia alumnus is Laura Fleiderer on the lines. We've seen some great referees all weekend, good communication between the players. There's a look at Mia Fradsham, number 9, 5th year. Scrum half UPEI will reset the scrum, just collapsing a little bit. We've seen that in almost all of the games today. Again, both teams just looking to get any advantage that they can before the ball goes in. So referee will just chat about the spacing here. And we'll get set again for the first set piece of the game.
Yeah, they might find a bit of relief on the turf in the rain today, but those studs need to get in the ground and they have to hold their own weight here.
So we'll reset here with the scrum. Mia Fradsham ready to place this ball. Ball in now. Good start. Mia Fradsham, she'll go at the back to Branchflower. Branchflower moving with ball in hand. Nice step inside from Rowan Gallagher. AUS Rookie of the Year, first-year player for the Panthers. Carla Stewart now hitting hard up into contact. Good triple tackle there from Guelph. Fradsham, she'll go to Duffy. Duffy driving, good low tackle from Guelph. Guelph is in there looking to poach the ball, not available. Mia Fradsham should go to Branchflower again. Branchflower now with some speed. Good pace from Branchflower. Knocked on in contact for the Panthers, turned over to Guelph. Guelph will look to attack. Down the sideline. Wrapped up there by Lauren Meisner. Now Guelph will go back to the middle of the field. Big contact there. Imogen Bernard on the ball. Guelph, they'll move that ball wide side. Big run here, nice pop play. to number 7, Emily Lenhart. Oh, just played over the top, gone backwards, however. Again, that's number 15, Karenna Audiwell, playing in the middle of the field here. Ball now hit up again by Guelph. Nice offload. Guelph still in possession. Now the ball through to DiGirolamo. Short side goes Guelph. Hard into contact. Good double tackle from the Panthers. That ball again goes to the short side. Good defending here for UPEI. Guelph slowly but surely making their way up the field. Now a nice line from number 13. That's Lily Stewart up the middle, still on her feet. Great run there from Stewart for Guelph. Ball now in hand, Audiwell. DiGirolamo, big tackle there from Emma McLean. Driving now with the ball. That's Bernard again. Guelph pressing here. Good look down at the field side. Ball goes out the outside, driving down to the line. And that's gonna be your first try of the game. That's Karenna Audiwell for Guelph, scoring that ball. Good patient play there from Guelph, Phil.
A lot of patience there, several phases before that advantage by Stewart with the line break and really bringing in the territory. Here's a look at that try. UPEI almost getting that hand under for a hold up, but we can see the ball being pinned down there in the try zone.
We're gonna have a conversion kick here from number 10, Jacqueline, for Guelph. She'll line her kick up here. Early score from the Guelph Griffins. Good look there. Number 10, Jacqueline for Guelph, just lining up her kick. Going through her kick routine here. Deep breath, she'll step forward. Left-footed kicker, and that conversion is good for Guelph, bringing the score early on in the first half of this Consolation semifinal number 1 to 7 for Guelph to 0 for UPEI.
Join U Sports on CBC next week for wall-to-wall coverage of the beautiful game as the 8 best women's university teams head to Halifax for the BMO U Sports Women's Soccer Championship. Catch every moment of the exciting action at Dalhousie University. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made.
Now Branchflower will restart here for the Panthers. That kick is up, another nice high ball by Branchflower. Well taken there by Addie Holmes, OUA Player of the Year, first team All-Canadian. Good tackle by the Panthers. Ball now out the back. Good step back inside from Wallace for Guelph. Little indecision there at the back from Woodcock, however, Guelph recovers. Now again trying to go at the back, and that's just gone forward off the hands of number 11, Clark. May not have heard the whistle there, thought she was free and clear. However, it did go forward off the hands of Clark. So we will come back for a scrum down for the Panthers in great attacking position here on the right-hand side of the field, Phil.
Yeah, that ball just seems a little slick. We've had 2 or 3 mishandles, one in the tackle and two in the open field. So we're going to be looking at a heavy scrum day today. Could be some handling errors that lead to a lot of scrummage positionings.
Right now, the rain not coming down. However, it has rained steadily all afternoon, so that turf field is wet. Difficult to keep the ball dry in these conditions. Mia Fradsham will put in for the Panthers. Good solid scrum for the Panthers. Fradsham now, she'll go out to Branchflower through the hands there of Gallagher, just misplayed. Guelph will recover. Guelph now, good keep there from Jacqueline again. Guelph now will go to the wide side. Good pressure there from the Panthers, and again, a forward pass here by the Guelph Griffins. So we will have another opportunity here for a Panthers scrum. Looking to get a cleaner ball off the back here will be the Panthers.
UPEI seems solid in their own scrums. They're not given an inch. They're able to recycle that ball out the back, but they felt some pressure there from the 9.
The scrum is certainly typically one of the strongest aspects of the Panthers game, so they're going to look to continue that here in Consolation Semifinal number 1. Certainly up against a good opponent in the OUA champions, Guelph Griffins. However, the Panthers will not back down. Sahara McLean, she's going to pick off the back. She's going to go to Fradsham. Good hands by Fradsham. Fradsham now in space. Good tackle there by the Guelph Griffins. Fradsham releases, picks the ball herself. Good support by the Panthers. Sahara McLean is isolated now, though.
Good counter ruck there, and now they're in a contest for that ball.
And a penalty against the Panthers there, just not rolling away. Good play by the Panthers, but McLean just got a little bit isolated there in support. Guelph will go back the other way. Ball now in hand. DJ Alamo, nice pop play from DJ Alamo. Good tackle in the backfield by the Panthers. Guelph now will go back to Audiwell, but it's just gone forward off the hand, so a little bit messy here from Guelph after that score. The rain has started again here at the UPEI turf field, so perhaps playing a role in some of these early knock-ons here. UPEI will get another opportunity at the scrum here, just around the center of the field. Again, right in the middle of the field, so lots of attacking options in the backfield. We'll see what UPEI elects to do. Fradsham will place that ball. Sahara McLean again, ready at the back. She'll pop to Fradsham. Fradsham now will go to Branchflower. Big tackle there by the Guelph Griffins on Rowan Gallagher. Sahara McLean, she tried to pop to the inside there to Abby Morris, but just off the hands again. Slick conditions here to start. Both teams are going to have to be aware that they need to make sure that those passes are placed properly and that they're ready to pick that ball. Here's a look at that rain. Again, a warmer day today than on Wednesday for the quarterfinals. However, the rain is a factor. We'll get a look at the Guelph scrum here now with Hallie Woodcock placing the ball.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Woodcock. Ball in for Guelph. Good push there from the Panthers. Now it'll come out the back for Guelph. That ball again just bobbled forward. Advantage being played for the Panthers on the knock-on.
Stay away.
Fradsham will go to Emily Ann McQuarrie. McQuarrie right up the middle. Fradsham now. This is Carla Stewart. Hard runner is Carla Stewart. Motati is there in support. Fradsham now. Morris pops to Duffy, and again just off the hands. Still playing advantage, however, for the initial Guelph knock-on, so it will be a UPEI scrum. We see some conversation between Emily Duffy and the referee. On the inside about what may be the discussion between a prop and the referee, Phil?
Possibly something going on in the front row that Emily wants watched, or just a discussion on, what advantages might be gained in the front row there.
And you see we got to look at the crowd there, and at Pride the Panther, another great crowd on hand here for the UPEI Panthers, the host team of this 2024 National Championship. Mia Fradsham, she'll place that ball for the Panthers. Good job by Sahara McLean again. Now Branchflower. She'll go short, back inside to Sarah Bain. Bain driving her legs. Good run by Bain. She's been wrapped up in the air. Now goes to ground. Fradsham. Nice pop back inside. This is Morris now. Fradsham she'll go to Branchflower. Branchflower keeps. Big tackle there from Guelph. Carla Stewart now. Good drive from Stewart. Oh, and the ball comes forward again in contact. Recovered by Guelph. That's DJ Alamo up the middle. Now Guelph will go at the back. So the kick is number 10, Jacqueline Gallagher back to collect. Gallagher will put it to boot as well. Now the rain really starting to come down here. This is Audiwell. Gallagher's there. Audiwell breaks one tackle. Now brought down by Motati. Guelph now with the ball. DJ Alamo, good hands there. Taken off the back is Woodcock. She's got some space. Taken down by Branchflower. Guelph will pick quickly, go to the short side. It's Jackson. Woodcock now.
Low pass.
Ball.
Not gone backwards. Guelph still with the ball here. Nice pop here. Good fend there from McKnight. McKnight, a second team All-Canadian. Now driving up into space. Great run there from Bernard. Good leg drive from her. Counter ruck from the Panthers. Now again, DiGirolamo wrapped up in the midfield. Jacqueline now. Jacqueline will pop to Clark. Hands in there for Bain. Great job, Sarah Bain. Good defensive play here. Let's have a look here. Back at this play, offensive play, good forward movement here from Guelph.
Guelph seems to be adjusting to the weather, skipping those second pop passes and really focusing on having those hard lines first up, trying to break the line of scrimmage to get over.
Good play there from Guelph. Good defensive play from Sarah Bain to get hands in on that ball and draw a penalty. UPEI kicks for touch just to relieve a little bit of pressure here. We'll have our first look at the line out here in this Consolation semifinal number 1. Good look there at Adriana Plattis for the Panthers. A rookie for the Panthers. I believe she's played almost every minute of every game this year. She's been very impressive for them as a rookie. Ball is up, well taken by Morris. Motati at the back now. Panthers looking to drive that forward. Need forward momentum or need to present the ball. Plattis comes off the side. Needs support. Guelph had a penalty there coming in from the side. So there will be another penalty against Guelph.
Looked like the initial jackler just didn't survive the pressure from the counter ruck. And when the ball appeared to be out, the player coming in from the side was not have the ball eligible to be played.
Good kick there from Branchflower, again relieving more pressure. We'll have another look at the line out here for UPEI, looking to get that driving maul on there. Didn't get much forward momentum, however, a good play from Plattis coming off the side. And Leanne McQuarrie and Plattis just talking over the plan here. The ball is up, run off the hands of Mackenzie Stewart. Advantage being played here for Guelph for the knock-on. Ball now, Clark driving up the middle. Good support with Clark there for Guelph. Advantage now over. Ball, nice short pass there. And another one into the hands of Jorgensen. Nice play in the backfield for Guelph. Now they're gonna go to the short side. There looks to be some space here. That's Armstrong. Another good ball, DiGirolamo. Guelph is gonna go short again. Good tackle there by Emma McLean. Ball, Addie Holmes now looking for space, driven back. Ball taken short by Guelph. Looking for the line here. And they will be in for the score. I believe that's number 3, DiGirolamo for Guelph, who ultimately gets that try. Let's have a look here at that play. Good play off the back from the prop DiGirolamo just to drive towards that line.
Excellent low position there, pushing 3 players from the UPEI team over to dot that down.
Number 3, Madeline DiGirolamo.
That try from Guelph will bring the score to 12 for Guelph to 0 for UPEI. Still the conversion kick incoming here from Guelph. Good start here for the Griffins. Some positive play from the Panthers on the other side of the ball as well. But Guelph just very patient on the offensive side right now.
Yeah, the Panthers are seeing some movement forward when they have ball in hand, but they're not able to keep it for too long. Guelph's been on the attacking side for most of this half.
The kick is up. Good attempt, but just short from Guelph. So the score remains 12 to 0.
You can re-kick. You can yep, they were screaming. You can re-kick, yep.
And actually, we're going to have an opportunity to re-kick here for number 10, Jacqueline, for Guelph. That's a little unusual that there would be a re-kick on a conversion. I believe I heard from the referee that players were possibly yelling, attempting to distract, so I think that's why he's awarded a re-kick here. We'll have a look at Jacqueline with another opportunity. She was close on the first. Again, Jacqueline getting reset. A left-footed kicker for Guelph. Ball is up again for Jacqueline, and again just short. Another good attempt for Jacqueline there for Guelph. Score remains 12 to 0 for the Guelph Griffins over your host UPEI Panthers. CBC is your home for exclusive coverage of the Vanier Cup playoffs. Catch the 2024 UTEC and Mitchell Bowls Saturday, November 16th, and the 2024 Vanier Cup Championship game from Richardson Stadium in Kingston on November 23rd. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. on CBC Television, CBC Gem, and CBCSports.ca. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made.
We'll restart now. Guelph leading 12-0.
Another good high kick there from Branchflower, taken by Holmes. She's going to put that immediately to boot. And that ball bounces back, taken by Mackenzie Stewart right up the middle. Duffy is there in support. Fradsham. She'll go to Sahara McLean now. Fradsham now to Duffy. Duffy driving. Triple tackle from Guelph. Fradsham's going to recycle quickly. Take her to shelf.
There she goes.
Fradsham up the middle. Fradham's going to score for the UPEI Panthers. What a play from Mia Fradsham. Great heads-up play from the fifth-year scrum half for the Panthers. And the Panthers are elated. Let's have a look here at this play. First ball.
Starting with Duffy with some forward motion.
Good
Dragging
run there
three
by
defenders,
Duffy.
really getting the defense all bunched up there,
And
leaving
then
a
Fradsham
big
just
gap.
eyes up. Good Y line, right through the defense and scores.
Great
for
heads-up
the
play
Panthers.
for Fradsham.
Nice to see for the fifth-year scrum half. This will be her final tournament wearing the Panther green, so nice to see her rewarded with that try. The ever-smart Mia Fradsham with that score. Branchflower will look for the conversion here. Good look at the Panthers there after that try. Branchflower, the kick is up, and it is good, bringing the score to 12 for the Guelph Griffins to 7 for UPEI. Good response there from the Panthers after two quick scores from the Guelph Griffins to start this half, Phil. We'll have a restart here from Guelph. It will be Jacqueline kicking the drop kick here for the Griffins. Panthers ready to take this ball on and get back on the offensive side of the ball. Kick is up from Jacqueline. Deep high ball. Taken by Meisner. I believe that was knocked forward
Just
off the
spilled
hands of
forward,
Meisner,
yeah.
unfortunately. So Guelph will retake possession with a scrum down, fairly deep inside UPEI territory here. Good look at the back of the Guelph scrum here. There's the two scrum halves, Woodcock and Fradsham.
UPEI has been able to get some pressure on these scrums. Let's see if they have their intensity up from that score and ready to drive.
Woodcock will place his ball for Guelph. Quickly taken off the back. That's Auger. Auger driving for the line. Auger still on her feet. She's going to score. That's a great try from Abby Auger.
Absolutely a great heads-up play from that number 8.
Let's have a look here. That ball goes in quickly. Look how fast Abby Auger comes off the back of that scrum.
She was looking for that right away, knew that that was where she was going.
And then a great leg drive here, just going for the line. That's a great try from Abby Auger. Very impressive try from her. Very quick off the back of that scrum. And a very quick response from the Guelph Griffins after the UPEI score. We'll get another conversion kick here from Jacqueline for the Griffins. She'll line up her kick, go through her routine. Jacqueline taking a deep breath in before going for her conversion. Kick is up. It's a very nice kick there from Jacqueline for the conversion, bringing your score. Guelph 19 to UPEI 7. Coming up at 7 o'clock Atlantic time, we have Consolation semifinal number 2 between the Acadia Axewomen, AUS champions, and the number 1 seed Laval Rouge et Or, looking for redemption. Both teams after falling in the quarterfinal earlier on Wednesday. We will have semifinal in consolation play number 2 at 7 o'clock between Acadia and Laval. Restart now here for Branchflower. Ball well taken by Holmes. Holmes looking to get some space. Good tackle there from Emma McLean. And there's a knock-on in the contact, so good defensive pressure there from UPEI in response after that try from Guelph.
We'll return here with the UPEI scrum.
Scrum has looked solid so far from both teams. Fairly even in terms of the push. UPEI with a lot of attacking space here out wide. Nice deep line.
Crouch.
And the referee just not happy with the way that that scrum has been set up. Just having a word with Abby Auger, number 8, for the Guelph Griffins. We'll reset here on the scrum. Mia Fradsham, your scorer for the UPEI Panthers, ready to place this ball.
Set.
Ball is in. Fradsham at the back. She'll go to Branchflower. Branchflower to McLean. Big truck from McLean. McLean still on her feet. Good run from McLean. Fradsham again to Branchflower. Branchflower now skips. That's to Meisner. Good hands. Wrapped up well by Clark. Fradsham now. Carla Stewart driving into contact. Fradsham again, Sahara McLean. It's Olivia McLeod now. Guelph has turned that ball over in the contact, and there's going to be a penalty against UPEI there. Unfortunate for the Panthers. Turned over in contact. Let's have a look here at that last phase of play for the Panthers. Big run from Emma McLean. Then the Panthers continue to go wide with it here. Fradsham to Branchflower, skips out to Meisner. Good hands to rein that in. Well wrapped up by Guelph. Emily Clark there. Good defensive play from her.
Guelph will kick that out, and we'll go to a line out for Guelph.
Get a look at the Guelph line out here. Just drying that ball off again. Wet conditions, raining on and off. Clara Jackson for the Griffins will throw in. That ball is up. Well taken by the Griffins. They're going to drive the maul. Good forward momentum here. And then paused by the Panthers.
That's once.
Referee. Maul is now broken up. Ball to ground. Guelph will go out the back. Good run there from Jacqueline. Now to the short side, DiGirolamo, right up the middle. Good double tackle from the Panthers. Quickly recycling again. Ball now out. This is Clark. And that ball comes out in contact. Good defending there from the Panthers just to get ball on hand there. Clark thought she had room, but a good hand in here from the Panthers, causing that turnover with the knock-on.
Some good restraint there from Guelph to not pick that ball up. If that was knocked forward and you're in an offside position, that would be a offside play.
Good look at the ball there. A couple of cleats in the shot. Great camera work here this weekend for the Nationals. Lots of different vantage points. We'll have another UPEI scrum deep in their own zone here, so we'll look to see UPEI set up an exit play most likely. Fragem and Woodcock there looking on. Again, referee just not quite happy with the setup of this scrum here. We will reset here for this scrum from the Panthers. Fragem, she'll place the ball. Good solid scrum from the Panthers. It'll go to the back to Branchflower.
Looks like it was spilled forward there.
And it is just knocked on off the hands of Branchflower.
See
That's
a Guelph
unfortunate for the
scrum here
Panthers.
on the 5-meter line.
Lots of pressure from the Guelph Griffins flankers there on Branchflower. And the throw just hit the ground before it came to her hand and unfortunately was knocked forward.
UPEI will have to watch for this quick pick. It was very effective last time.
Yes, Abby Auger scoring the last try for Guelph. She was very fast off the back of that scrum. We'll see what Guelph is planning here on the 5-meter line.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Woodcock now. She'll place the ball.
UPEI
Good
with a
drive
counter.
by UPEI. Ball comes out. Auger manages to come up with it. Guelph recycling quickly. Woodcock now with ball in hand, driving for the line. Wrapped up by Branchflower and McLean. Guelph will pick. That's Armstrong. Armstrong driving. Driven back by Sahara McLean. DiGirolamo again. Emma McLean in there. Ball now out the backs. Bobbled a bit. Well taken there by Stewart. Now the ball comes out again. That's Bernard jumping on it for Guelph. They'll go with the short side now, and that's picked off by Alana Maybe. Alana Maybe down the sideline. She's tracked by Auger. Maybe's pinning the ears back. She's being chased by Clark. Maybe just taken down out of bounds just at the 5-yard line. What a run by Alana Maybe and a great track back from Emily Clark from across the field.
That was some fantastic pressure from UPEI, and it resulted in this picked off
Great
pass.
awareness there from
and off
Alana
to the
Maybe.
races.
Look at her run here. Auger trying to catch her. Emily Clark coming from across the field. That's a great track from Guelph.
Big
Emily
chase
Clark,
down from Guelph.
great run from Alana Maybe. You see her teammates cheering her on and just dragged out of bounds, but what a great run for UPEI. It almost looked like Guelph was going to score in their end, and now they're down on the Guelph 5-meter line. Guelph line out. Auger at the top. And it's not straight.
Not straight.
Not straight. The ball will go the Panthers' way. Deep in Guelph territory. What a turn of events here for the host Panthers. There's a look at the great crowd on hand here for Consolation semifinal number 1. There's been wonderful support for all of the teams this weekend, but especially the host UPEI Panthers. They've had huge crowds. I see some Panthers alumni there in the front.
Looks
cheering
like
the team
UPEI
on.
will elect for to throw a line out. They had to pick between a scrum or a line out there for the not straight call.
Adriana Plattis will throw in for the Panthers. Oh, and it's taken by Guelph. Turned over in the line out. Guelph now looking to drive. Advantage being played here for Guelph. Ball now at the back. DiGirolamo right up the middle. Another good ball in hand from Guelph. Just driving into the Panthers. Now they're going to kick for some relief here. The ball goes to the back.
Well collected.
And they're going to call it back for the original penalty infraction against the Panthers there from the line out. Unfortunate turnover there in that Panther line out for the Panthers. Guelph will now be able to relieve some pressure with a kick for touch here.
Looks like we had a call for entering that maul from the side. You have to come back in through the back.
Jacqueline here will kick for touch to relieve some pressure. Have another line out here for Guelph. Deep kick.
Big kick.
Stays
Doesn't get
in.
it out.
Alana maybe again. Panthers are going to go back the other way. Gallagher now. Gallagher wrapped up in midfield. She releases. Picks it herself. Great play there from Gallagher. AUS Rookie of the Year, Fradsham. Nice pop play to McLeod. McLeod hangs on. Good hands there.
Ball's available.
McLean. Now at the back, Branchflower. Branchflower now goes to Bain. Bain now to Emma McLean. Lauren Meisner now with ball in hand. Goes to ground. Wraps it up. Sahara McLean again. Pops now to Duffy. Good tackle there from 3 or 4 Griffins on Duffy. Carla Stewart. Branchflower now. Good pace of play here from the Panthers. Bain. Bain goes to Gallagher. Manages to come down with it. Good hands there from Gallagher. Carla Stewart now. Abby Morris. Panthers just looking for a lane here. Good clear there from the Panthers. Fradsham now. Duffy again. Duffy again in space. Duffy in space. Duffy trucking 1, 2. Goes down to ground. Great run there from Emily Duffy. Fradsham now goes to Branchflower. Good hands. Taken down.
Bring advantage.
Ball now at the back. Sahara McLean. Fradsham. Fradsham to Duffy. Pops to McLeod. McLeod now driving.
That's fine.
And there's going to be a penalty infraction
back.
against Guelph. Fradsham is ready to go quickly. And she's going to go quickly. Fradsham. She'll pop to Sahara McLean. Good double tackle there from Guelph. Fradsham now. This is Carla Stewart. UPEI Panthers getting close now. Olivia McLeod. Another good double tackle from Guelph. Mackenzie Stewart. Driven back. Panthers need to be patient here. Duffy just taking an inch.
UPEI
Now at the short side.
doing well to secure that ball.
Abby Morris now, nice and low. Mackenzie Stewart again, nice and low again. Guelph trying to get hands on that ball. And they have gotten hands on that ball. That's a good defensive play there from the Guelph Griffins, but a great phase of play for the Panthers. Some really wonderful offensive play there from the Panthers, but a good penalty drawn there from Guelph. Let's have a look here. Mia Fradsham off the back. Mackenzie Stewart pops to Duffy, and Duffy does what
Sheds a
Duffy
tackle.
loves to do. And that's go for big runs. Great play there from Duffy, finally taken down in the backfield. And that is the end of your first half, a fast and furious first half here between the Guelph Griffins and the UPEI Panthers. Score at the half is 19 for the Guelph Griffins to 7 for the UPEI Panthers. We will be back with you for stats and highlights during the intermission. Come back with us in the intermission, then we'll be back with second half action between the Guelph Griffins and the UPEI Panthers.
It takes passion and a whole lot of dedication to meet Cavendish Farms' high standards. To become an epic late-night snack. Part of the ultimate breakfast. And the dinner crew crowd pleaser. From Canada's favorite French fries to onion rings, hash browns, and potato tots, Canadians can count on Cavendish Farms to serve top quality every time. Cavendish Farms. Made our way, enjoy your way.
every hit, goal, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline, immersing you in the game like never before, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. We deliver unparalleled simplicity and tailor-made digital broadcasting solutions crafted to make you feel every moment in a way like never before. Our passionate team ensures your message reaches audiences reliably every time. Proudly Canadian, we bring a touch of innovation and our passion.
Our U Sports halftime show is with the Pepsi U Sports Champion Spotlight, and first half stats are coming up when we return to Charlottetown. Score at the end of the first half of this Consolation Semifinal number 1, the Guelph Griffins, number 3 seed OUA champions, lead the host UPEI Panthers by a score of 19-7. You're watching U Sports on CBC. In this installment of the Champion Spotlight, Victoria Vikes student-athlete Carissa Norston walks us through her Paris 2024 experience as a member of the Canada Olympic silver medal-winning Rugby 7 side.
Obviously, most of my life revolves around rugby. I like to do like outdoorsy things, hang with my friends, do a lot of cooking and baking with my like roommates in the evening. Didn't start playing rugby till I was like 15, almost 16. Started playing hockey when I was like 4 years old, and then played that like all the way through high school. It's also so fun to get to play a full contact sport with like women. Like it's so empowering and like just like special to get to do that with like some of my best friends like all the time. I'm definitely more of like a speed player and like to use like footwork and like all hand skills to get around people and like set up my teammates or like maybe have a go for myself. 15s, I played like 13 wing and fullback, so a bit of the same. We only got told for us only like a month before we left, so we didn't actually like didn't have much time to like really like think about it. But it was more like the whole season building up. It was just like building like the best team possible, like heading into the Olympics. Well, we had a 3-week prep camp in Auxerre in France, so I mean it didn't really like hit us until we kind of got to the village, but we're like going to the Olympics, like that's crazy. So I'm just like doing that with like again some of like my closest friends was so cool. I think it helped a lot that we had like we play the World Series all year every year, and it's like we get to do those tournaments like throughout the year, and it's kind of like the same structure, same vibe. So like we all have like our like pre-game like routines and everything to just like get into the zone, and like obviously the Olympics is like a bigger deal, but it helps to just like have that foundation. Okay, it's just a normal tournament. We're just gonna go out there and play our best and just like feel like we knew that we could. Even just like when we got onto the field, it was like there's 66,000 people in the stadium. Like it was so loud. It didn't actually feel real. It felt like there was like surround sound speakers around my head like this close. It was like I can't hear anything, but it was just so cool to get to like silence a stadium of that many people. We were pretty calm. Like we know we can beat Australia. We've done it before. We can do it again, and just like kept like our like calm and like we all know our systems. We had like done literally practice every scenario that could happen, which is like insane. Like we were so well prepped and just everyone knew their rules. So just like leading in, we were like, we're gonna stay calm and we're just gonna like go out there and do what we need to do and just get the job done. And we didn't have to work. I kind of like playing in those like high pressure games. It's just like so much more exciting and just like everything matters so much more. You always want to win. So we were within 7 points of New Zealand in like the final at the Olympics. We went from being 9th place on the series last year to being 2nd in the world this year. So just like looking like overall like how much far the program's come in just like a year was like incredible.
Une chose est certaine, ça prend des gens passionnés et dévoués pour satisfaire les normes élevées des fermes Cavendish. Que ce soit pour combler la collation de fin de soirée, compléter le petit déjeuner ou faire plaisir autour de la table du souper avec les frites préférées au pays, bouchées de pommes de terre et rondelles d'oignon. Vous pouvez compter sur la qualité supérieure des fermes Cavendish à chaque fois. Les fermes Cavendish, faites à notre façon, savourez à votre façon.
Welcome to U Sports on CBC and the 2024 Cavendish Farms U Sports Women's Rugby Championship from the campus of the University of Prince Edward Island. Again, this is Maggie Grimmer joined by Phil Lanche coming at you live from the intermission of the Consolation Semifinal number 1 between the Guelph Griffins and the UPEI Panthers. Score at the half, 19-7 for the Guelph Griffins. What did you like about the UPEI play in that first half, Phil?
Well, we got to see a lot of defense from UPEI to start, and an option at their scrums. So we were watching their scrums. They're able to control that ball coming out the back and really claim possession back from Guelph, who's really just been ball hungry on offense since the go.
Yeah, on the Guelph side of the ball, some good patient play with ball in hand. There's a look at the first try there from Grace Jacqueline and her conversion early in the first half. Definitely saw Guelph very patient and executing well with ball in hand. There's a nice look at the try from DJ Lamo for the Guelph Griffins a little bit later on in the first half. Just good, again, patient play off the back there from the prop for the Griffins. And then we have a look here. Nice play from Emily Duffy.
Bringing in 3 defenders there, leaving that short side just wide open for that pick and go from Mia Fragem.
And then look at this line from Mia Fragem. All class from Mia Fragem, the 5th-year scrum half from your UPEI Panthers. Great score from her for the Panthers try of the first half. Here's a look now. This was a great try here from Abby Auger of the Guelph Griffins. So quick off the back of that scrum. Steps back to the inside, breaks a tackle, stays on her feet, driving her legs, and just gets in over the line. Great try there from Abby Auger for the Guelph Griffins. So an exciting first half, very quick first half, not a lot of stoppages. Bringing the score for the Guelph Griffins, 19 to the UPEI Panthers 7. Very exciting first half of play.
A lot of back and forth. We had a goal line stand from UPEI that led to a 90-yard run, and then put UPEI in scoring position, which then Guelph turned around and got them back.
And here's a look at your championship bracket. Earlier in the day, UBC Thunderbirds and the UVic Vikes advanced to the championship game on Sunday afternoon, setting up an all-Canada West final. That's going to be a cracker of a game. And on the third place side of the bracket, the Ottawa GGs will face the Queen's Gales for the bronze medal on Sunday afternoon. This game and our 7 o'clock game between Acadia and Laval will determine who will play for 5th place on Sunday morning. Right now, again, score is 19 for Guelph to UPEI 7, getting set here for the second half between these two teams in Consolation Semifinal number 1. Expecting another good half here from the Panthers and another good half here from the Guelph Griffins. Very impressive play on both sides of the ball. Panthers will be happy with that first half. Some good positive offensive play from them and some good defense. Here's a look at your crowd Friday evening at UPEI.
The rain's currently let up on them for a little bit. We're going to see some more energy come out from halftime. We'll see the teams adjust to the conditions they're playing in. We might see a few more crash lines and a few more tight balls to avoid those spilled knock-ons with that slick ball coming off the turf.
Absolutely, and we've seen a great crowd on hand for all of the games this weekend. Obviously, the UPEI Panther faithful coming out, supporting their team, but there's good traveling support for all of the teams here this weekend. I know the Guelph Griffins have their own den set up just outside of the parking lot. They were having a barbecue on Wednesday.
and a fire pit all set up. The Griffin Den, I think they're called.
That's called the Griffin Den. So everybody here having a good time, enjoying some great rugby. We're set here for the second half between the Guelph Griffins and your host, UPEI Panthers. Again, score heading into this kickoff for the second half is 19 for Guelph, 7 for UPEI. Grace Jacqueline, number 10 for the Griffins, getting set here to kick off to the Panthers to get us started in second half of Consolation Semifinal number 1. Jacqueline with the kickoff. It's a nice high ball again up to the Panthers. Well taken there by number 4, Carla Stewart. Driven back by the Griffins. Ball now will go to Olivia McLeod. She'll pop inside to Abby Morris. Mia Fradsham now. She'll release it out to Charlotte Branchflower. Emma McLean now, usually flanker, playing 12. Good line for Emma McLean. Fradsham, she'll go back to the short side again. Carla Stewart up the middle. Good drive from Carla Stewart.
Leave it, White, leave it, leave it.
Fradsham, she'll go to Duffy. That ball just a little low off the foot. Guelph will recover. Guelph now on offense. This ball will go out the short side. Deidre Lamo, try score in the first half. Good drive from her. Jacqueline now. Jacqueline, nice ball to Jackson. Guelph will go back to the short side again. Good drive again by the Griffins. And there will be a penalty against the Griffins. That's Emily Duffy with the poach. Good defensive play from Emily Duffy. 2024 AUS All-Star. 2023 U Sports second team All-Canadian. Charlotte Branchflower will kick for touch here. It's a good kick from Branchflower. We'll have a UPEI line out. Still within their own half. However, some of that pressure relieved from that kick from Branchflower. We will have Adriana Plattis throw this ball in for the Panthers. That ball is up, tipped off the hand of Morris. And that throw is just not straight. It's unfortunate there for the Panthers. We'll have a Guelph line out. When that throw goes in the line out, it has to go down the channel. So that throw just not straight. It will go in Guelph's favor. Ball is up. Now driving maul here from Guelph. Good push here from the Griffins. Still moving down the field. Panthers trying to stop it up. Good tackle there on the outside. There's Lauren Meisner assisting her forwards there. And there's a knock on there. Good attempt from Carla Stewart to try to turn that over. However, that ball just knocked on in the contact.
Oh, we have and actually Guelph spilled forward in the counter ruck. There was a successful counter ruck there and looked like it went off Guelph players.
Referee just changed the hand signal there, so it will be UPEI ball. So good defensive play there from UPEI. A successful driving maul from Guelph, but a good assist tackle there by Lauren Meisner, the wing on the short side to help her forwards out there when that ball released. Mia Fradsham will put the ball in here for the Panthers. And again, referee just not happy with the way this scrum is being set.
You might be looking at the binds. Those binds have to be high and on the back. They can't be low, or they'll be considered to be pulling that scrum down. They're really looking for a safety feature there, right? Keeps that scrum upright and keeps everybody driving straight instead of downward.
Referee moved to the other side, perhaps just to get a look at those binds. And again, just not happy with the way that this scrum is coming together here, so we'll reset once again.
Okay.
Discussion here between the front rows and the referee. There, the scrum is set. Ball in from Mia Fradsham. Held well by the Panthers. Fradsham, she'll go at the back. Branchflower with the kick. And that kick will go out of play. We will have a Guelph line out, still fairly deep in Panther territory here.
See if they go to that driving maul again. Quite successful. Moved forward 10 yards at least.
Good ball up to Auger, and she's just going to take that herself. Panthers not engaging there on the maul, not allowing them to start that. Good run there from number 18 into the game is Meg Rogers for the Griffins. DiGirolamo now, again, right up the middle. Nice pop play. Still driving to the line. And that's going to be a try from number 12, Larry Jorgensen. Nice ball from DiGirolamo in here to Jorgensen. And Jorgensen able to drive over the line here. Let's have a look. Again, this ball here out to DiGirolamo.
Great job to collect this ball.
Good drive here, and then a nice pop inside there to Jorgensen. Panthers almost able to prevent Jorgensen from scoring, but good body control, twisting, looking for that line, ultimately touching it down. Nice try there from number 12, Larry Jorgensen, for the Guelph Griffins. We'll have a conversion kick here again from number 10, Jacqueline, for the Griffins. Right between the posts. Rain is holding off at the moment. Hardly any wind, which we have not been able to say all weekend. Jacqueline, that kick is pushed wide, so misses that conversion kick. The Guelph Griffins now lead 26 to UPEI 7. So that conversion not successful there.
U Sports on CBC has all the action of the 2024 Bruce Power U Sports Men's Soccer Championship next week from Bazo Field in Oshawa, Ontario. Catch exclusive coverage of the tournament from Ontario Tech University. The 2024 Bruce Power U Sports Men's Soccer Championship, November 7th to 10th, exclusive to U Sports.
Ball now in the hands of the Guelph Griffins. DiGirolamo had some great runs here for the Griffins. Now it's Jacqueline. And that's just knocked forward off the hands of Clark. There was some space out wide there, but just a knock on there off the hands of number 11, Clark. UPEI will have a scrum down now. Good attacking position here. Scrum on the right-hand side of the field. We'll have a scrum down here from Fradsham. Fradsham places that ball. Good solid scrum again from the Panthers. Branchflower now. Ball in hand. Taken down in the middle of the field. Wrapped up. That ball stolen at the contact. And then offside from Warren Weiser there for the Panthers. Good defensive pressure from Guelph. Guelph's gonna go. This is Jorgensen again, most recent try scorer. Over the top of Branchflower. Jacqueline now, nice splat pass there.
Great pace on that line.
Wallace, good line. That ball goes out the back.
Collected by UPEI.
Good awareness there by the Panthers to clean that ball up. Ball now to Duffy. Duffy trucks one, keeps going, pops to Sahara McLean. Sahara McLean brought down in the midfield. Ball now in hand with Carla Stewart. Branchflower, nice step from Branchflower. Fradsham, short side Morris. Morris now up the middle. Fradsham will go to Stewart. Stewart will drive. Fradsham now to Duffy, keeping it in these pods for the forwards. Slowly but surely gaining ground here. Again, McLeod. McLeod, nice step. Oh, pops to Mackenzie Stewart, and it just goes off the hands of Mackenzie Stewart. Unfortunate knock on there, but a good phase of play here from UPEI. Here's a look. Fradsham going to Morris. Morris just driving up into contact. Panthers keeping it simple, but effective. Fradsham again. Goes to Carla Stewart. That's a good leg drive there from Stewart, and unfortunately the Panthers just knocked that ball on at the end of that phase, but a good set of phases for the Panthers on the offensive side of the ball. Now we get a look at the Guelph scrum. That's Woodcock. Scrum half for Guelph to place the ball. Off the back again is Auger. She pops quickly to Woodcock. Woodcock, good tackle there by Gallagher, and a good counter ruck by Gallagher as well. Guelph maintains possession. Woodcock, Guelph under all sorts of pressure at the breakdown here, but manages to keep possession of the ball. Holmes now. Right up the middle. That's Stewart. Taken down by Gallagher. Woodcock now. Good hands there from Guelph. That's Armstrong. Meisner thought that she was able to turn that ball over at the contact, but referee says not releasing in the tackle. You see the rain again starting to fall. Guelph will kick for touch.
Going to look for the corner here, possibly to utilize that rolling maul that they've been so successful with.
Good kick there from Jacqueline. There's a look at the rain again. It's on and off all afternoon. Hard at times, light at others, but it's falling again, making difficult conditions for the players on the field. Difficult to keep that ball dry, difficult to keep your hands dry. At the very least, it's warmer than it was for quarterfinal play on Wednesday. That ball is up and through the hands of Guelph. Good pickup by Carla Stewart off the back. Driven back now is Stewart, trying to get to ground. She will go to ground. Panthers now deep in their end with possession. Gonna look to set up an exit play here. And unfortunately a penalty against the Panthers. Guelph will take it quickly. Good defense there by the Panthers. Another good drive. It's Armstrong looking for the line. She'll be short. Now it's going to release at the backs. And that's a nice try there from Stewart, number 13. She had a good run earlier in this phase and is rewarded with the try at the end is Lily Stewart, number 13 for the Guelph Griffins. A nice score there for the Griffins. Rewarded with the try.
Great heads-up play on that penalty to tap quick, and then they just kept going flow side, really bunching up UPEI, and then able to work it out the backs.
There's Armstrong, smart play, Jacqueline, and there's a great ball into Stewart.
You can see a lot of UPEI bodies just there. They were ready to defend that flow side pick.
So we'll have another conversion opportunity here for Jacqueline. There's a good look there at Jacqueline, kicking duty for the Guelph Griffins. Here's the kick for Jacqueline, and that is through. Successful conversion for Jacqueline. Panthers will look to regroup here. There's been some positive things on the Panther side of the ball. Just looking again to convert with another try here. Charlotte Branchflower will restart. Panthers will be hard up on defense, trying to turn this ball over. Score currently 31-7 for the Guelph Griffins. Ball is up, off the hands of Guelph, gone backwards. Maybe will wrap up her opposite. Ball now again into the hands of Stewart. Ball now at the back. Nice set of plays there. That's Clark being pulled down. Woodcock will go with the flat ball. Good line speed from the Panthers. Guelph again, move that ball to the wide side of the field. That's Bernard Jardine into the game for Guelph. Good drive from her. Guelph again, short ball this time to Meg Rogers. Jacqueline will hang on herself. Good tackle from Sarah Bain. Ball now in hand. Good step to the inside from Bernard Jardine.
We're looking at 8 phases of fighting out of their own half, and Guelph is looking to...
And there's a turnover. Knocked on off the hands of Guelph. Will play advantage here. UPEI has taken over possession. Oh, and a big counter ruck there from Zukowskis into the game, wearing number 16 today. We will have a UPEI scrum down right around center field here. So again, good attacking position for the Panthers. Some good phases put together there by Guelph, ultimately just knocking that ball on for the turnover to the Panthers, but some positive offensive play again for Guelph. Mia Fratcham again will place this ball for the Panthers.
Set.
Here's the ball in. Taken off the back by Sahara McLean. Now short to Emma McLean. Emma McLean, good running line. Fratcham now to Duffy. Duffy out the back. Branchflower deep to Bain. Gladys, unfortunately, that ball just gets knocked on. Kicked away by Guelph. Still in bounds. Bain. And we will go back to the knock-on advantage for Guelph. Another good set of phases for UPEI. Unfortunate with the knock-on there. Again, field conditions are wet for both teams here. Nice play off the back. Good line here from Emma McLean. Again,
just
typically
keeps those feet moving and keeps driving even while being dragged back.
And again, typically Emma McLean playing at the flank position, showing that she's a utility player, effective at 12 as well. And then again, out the back, good phases for UPEI, but just unfortunately ending with a knock-on here. Quick ball just over the top. So we will have another Guelph scrum down. And it appears that Clark, who was playing on the wing, has now moved to the 8-man position for Guelph. We'll listen in here to the referee. Just again, saying that there needs to be a better gap between the front row. Again, just not happy with that gap.
Still not happy with the separation.
That's perfect there, okay? Yep. Crouch.
Woodcock ready to place this ball for Guelph.
8, bind please. Set.
Ball is in. That ball messy off the back, cleaned up by Holmes. Holmes pops. Now the ball going to the wide side of the field. Jorgensen again. Apologies. That's Natalie Armitage into the game. We're in 23. Ball now into the hands of number 20. That's Sky Pass. Big tackle there from Emma McLean. It appears there is a Guelph Griffin down on the field. That may be Armitage. Hopefully she's all right. Here's a look there. That pass pops to Armitage. Powerful runner in the backfield with the fend. Oh, and Gallagher takes a big hit there as well. And Armitage in some discomfort after that play. Hopefully she's all right. We'll have a moment here for her to get some attention from the athletic therapist. Again, you can see the rain coming down harder now. Very on and off here. How are the weather conditions?
She went down hard with some speed. Looks like a forearm or possibly a wrist. She's getting some attention there now.
Never like to see any injuries in these games. However, the nature of rugby, it does happen from time to time. We hope she's all right. You can hear the rain coming down now at the UPEI turf field. It appears that Armitage is up. And again, yeah, it looks like an
possible shoulder
arm,
separation.
shoulder.
Yeah, they're
something. Here's the contact here with the fend. And then
that
Gallagher in here also takes the brunt of this as well. Gallagher in, big contact
right
there.
The
and then
down on
it appears on the
arm.
landing. Yeah,
yes, you can see
on the landing.
See the elbow getting bounced off the turf.
Armitage slowly being taken off the field. You don't like to see that. Hopefully she is all right. Great staff here for all of the teams with medical, so certainly all of the players with injury are well looked after. However, we hope that Natalie Armitage is okay.
See them taking their time there, making sure that's stabilized. And
the rain really starting to come down now.
Well, replacing number 4, Reese Wallace, is number 20.
So we will have a restart here. Ball was in hand with Guelph. Play was called due to injury. I believe it is still Guelph possession. It is Guelph possession. We will have a scrum here. And into the game for Armitage is number 21, Jerry Atkins. She is a member of the Charlottetown Rugby Football Club in the summers, but plays at Guelph, obviously, for her university career. So nice to see Atkins featuring in this game here against the hometown UPEI Panthers as well.
Substitution for number 23, Madeline.
Another good look at the scrum here.
Jerry Atkins.
Big cheer for Jerry Atkins subbing into the game. Hometown crowd taken off the back now. That's number 11. That's Emily Clark, who subbed in at the 8 position, and she's going to score. Great run from Emily Clark.
Outside those defenders and found her gap.
Emily Clark, who was playing at the wing for most of this game, has now moved to the 8-man position and clearly has some pace.
UPEI with a good little push here, push the ball up. Emily was just able to reach in, grab it, and find some room.
Clark, ball in 2 hands, then with the fend, and then just running hard for the line. Great try there from Emily Clark for the Guelph Griffins.
Griffins try score for number 11, Emily Clark.
Current score, Guelph 36, UPEI 7. Jacqueline will kick a convert here for the Griffins, just waiting for the tee to arrive. It's being run across the field. Good pace there.
Got about 45 seconds.
And Jacqueline, referee just telling her she has about 45 seconds to complete her convert here. Jacqueline's had a few kicks from this position. It's been successful.
20 now.
She'll set up her convert here. See Mackenzie Stewart for the Panthers coming up to try and block. And another good convert there from Jacqueline for the Guelph Griffins. Brings the score to 38 for Guelph to UPEI 7. Coming up next, we have Consolation semifinal number 2 between the number 1 seed Laval Rouge et Or and your RCQ champions, and the number 4 seed Acadia Axewomen AUS champions. Again, that's Consolation semifinal number 2, coming at you live at 7 o'clock Atlantic time. Join us for that final game of the day on this Friday, November 1st, semifinal game day. Ball is up, well taken there by the Griffins. Into contact now. Woodcock goes to the short side. That's Vikauskis. Woodcock again, she'll take it herself. Into contact, taken down by Emma McLean. Holmes now will play the ball out. Jacqueline, nice short ball again inside. Picked up and taken herself, that's Sky Pass. Ball now, Jorgensen. And just knocked forward off of the hands of Guelph. UPEI will take over. Stewart holds on, pops to Morris. Sahara McLean there in support. Ball now to the inside. Olivia McLeod will keep. Fradsham back the other way. Branchflower now. Branchflower to Gallagher. Gallagher in some space now. Gallagher down the sideline, back inside. Good run from Gallagher. AUS Rookie of the Year, Rowan Gallagher. Abby Morris now pops to Sahara McLean. Good tackle there from Guelph. Mia Fradsham keeping that ball moving. Now to Olivia McLeod. Olivia McLeod in contact. She'll go to ground. Fradsham. Fradsham, Branchflower now. Another cut back inside from Rowan Gallagher. Good couple of runs here from Rowan Gallagher. Fradsham. Emily Duffy now. She'll go at the back. This is Mackenzie Stewart now driving into contact. Olivia McLeod there in support. Carla Stewart. Ball goes backwards. UPEI maintains possession. Good cleanup by Abby Morris. Ball now in hand with Duffy. Good tackle there by Guelph to take Duffy down. Fradsham driven back by Jorgensen. Sahara McLean now. Now a kick over the top from Fradsham. UPEI has advantage, a free play here. And we will go back to the penalty for UPEI. We'll have a look here at the run from Rowan Gallagher. Ball to Branchflower. And then you see Sarah Bain.
Scrum, guys. Scrum.
Apologies with Sarah Bain. I believed it was Rowan Gallagher, but that's a great run there from Sarah Bain down the sideline. Good step back inside from her.
UPEI is elected to take a scrum from their penalty position, so they had the advantage of a penalty, and they're bringing everybody in. Kind of narrows the field and allows for the scrum to take over here.
Substitution. Replacing number 7, Jasmine Motati, is number 19, Deirdre Studer.
Substitution for the Panthers. Out of the game is number 7, Jasmine Motati. Into the game, number 19, Deirdre Studer for the Panthers. They'll go short. This is Sarah Bain again, coming off of that great run, stepping back inside. Great job by Sarah Bain. Mia Fradsham now. Abby Morris. Great drive there from Abby Morris. Fradsham again. Oh, and just knocked forward off the hands of Branchflower. That's just unfortunate, that ball a little bit low. Coming in, unable to rein that ball in. We will have another Guelph scrum here. Coming up towards the end of this game, however, just a reminder for those at home that the clock on your screen is not the official game clock. Only the referee has that available on his watch. If we hear him speaking about the game clock, we will try to let you know. So currently coming up to about 63 minutes into this game. However, there was a bit of a stoppage for injury time, so probably a few extra minutes beyond what's on your clock on your screen. Again, referee has the official game clock. We'll have another scrum down here for the Guelph Griffins.
Referee taking a lot of caution in those setups of those scrums. We're looking for a safe, secure platform there. We don't want this turf to end up being slipped on and having a collapse scrum at
push there from UPEI. Clark comes out with it again. Good run from Clark off the outside. The speed from the winger stepping into the 8-man position. Good ground gain. Woodcock steps back. Wrapped up by Maybe.
Let it go, Green. Let it go.
Now taken off the back to Addie Holmes. Knocked backwards. Now it's Lenhart. Now she pops back to Zvikauskis. Zvikauskis driving. Woodcock now. Now Jorgensen. Nice ball. It's Atkins. Atkins driving for the line. She's just short. manages to pop that ball out. And that's a score from Guelph. Difficult to tell who touched that down ultimately. I believe it may have been Jacqueline. Let's have a look here. Good play from the Griffins. This ball, good line there from Atkins. Reaching for the line. And that ball goes backwards, and it's just cleaned up actually by Oddiwill, number 15 for the Griffins. So good support line there from Oddiwill. Good run from Atkins, another score for the Guelph Griffins. And Jacqueline just had her name announced as the try scorer. She shakes her head no. She will look for the convert, however. Great look there at UPEI Turf Field. Kick is up from Jacqueline. And
another great ball
through.
strike. Yeah.
Good kicking today from Jacqueline all over the field. So we will have another restart from the Panthers, kicking off to the Guelph Griffins. That try and successful conversion brings the score to 43 for Guelph to UPEI 7. Branchflower will carry the ball up here to restart. Again, approximately 5 minutes remaining in the game. Official time clock is with the referee, not on your screen. Good take there from Lenhart. Lenhart wrapped up by Sahara McLean. Woodcock shall go to the short side. Popped, missed, gone backwards, however. Jorgensen picks it up, but they're going to call that back for a knock-on from Guelph. So we'll have a UPEI scrum. Again, good attacking position here. Let's have a look at this scrum. There's been plenty of scrums here today. These forwards will be tired after tonight, I would think, Phil.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mia Fradsham. She'll place the ball for the Panthers. Now the ball goes out. Branchflower, it's gone backwards. Maybe now. She'll put a boot on it. Looks to have been tipped by Guelph. Guelph comes up with it. That's Rogers. Now, quick ball. Jorgensen wrapped up by Emma McLean. Good defense there by Emma McLean. Ball now into the hands of Bernard Jardine. And a penalty against Guelph. Another good set of hands there from Duffy.
Duffy wants to
go. In the breakdown, she wants to go quickly. Duffy's gonna go for a run. Pushes over 1, 2. Panthers there in support. Mia Fradsham now. She'll go to Carla Stewart, who pops to Sahara McLean. Sahara McLean wrapped up. Fradsham now will go back to the short side. Olivia McLeod driving into contact. Double tackle there from Guelph. Now Branchflower. Branchflower. Gallagher now. Gallagher goes to Maybe. And Maybe is taken out of bounds by Addie Holmes. Good defensive play there from Holmes for the Griffins. Maybe just looking to get by there on the outside, but well defended by Addie Holmes of the Guelph Griffins. Get a look there. Clara Jackson just drawing that ball off before this line out. Again, coming up to the last few minutes of this Consolation semifinal number 1. Ball is up. Well taken in the air by Clark. Woodcock into the hands of Skypass. Skypass driving. Woodcock now. Jacqueline pop back inside. Nice play there from Guelph. That was Oddiwill again. Stewart takes a penalty there for the Panthers. Armstrong goes quickly. Ball now to the wide side, Jacqueline. Ball now in Atkins' hands. Atkins looks to pop, releases. Woodcock now goes back to the short side, Audiwell. Bernard Jardine now driving. And it's turned over at the breakdown by Carla Stewart. Great job by Carla Stewart for the Panthers. Box kick over the top from Mia Fradsham. That's taken out on the wing. Driving up the sideline. That's Ryan.
Both teams showing lots of intensity here in the 70th minute.
And a knock on there against the Guelph Griffins. UPEI Panther ball. We'll have another scrum down here for UPEI.
We just heard a 3-minute call from the ref there.
So we're coming up towards the end of this Consolation semifinal number 1 between the Guelph Griffins and the UPEI Panthers. Just a few minutes left to play here. We'll have another scrum down. It's been a set piece heavy kind of a game, at least in the second half. Mia Fradsham, again, referee just not happy with the spacing here. We'll have a conversation with the front rows. Another great vantage point here of the scrum. Ball is in from Mia Fradsham. Guelph putting the drive on. And a penalty against the Panthers there.
Appeared UPI got lifted up there. They were trying to counter that drive and had nowhere to go but up.
Guelph is going to go quickly. It's number 18. That's Meg Rogers driving for the line. She's short. Ball now in hand again for Guelph. Getting close. And that's going to be held up by the Panthers. Great defensive play from the UPEI Panthers there to get underneath the ball and prevent that try from the Guelph Griffins. We'll have a goal line dropout off of holding that ball up. Branchflower will reset here with the goal line dropout. Branchflower, nice high ball. Taken well by Woodcock. Woodcock still on her feet here, driving. Good support play from Guelph there. It's Clark on the back now. Clark with ball in hand. Quickly taken. That's Lenhart. She's short. Quick take there from Guelph again. Advantage being played. Ball now out the back. Atkins up the middle. She stopped up. Again, now out to the wide side. And that's going to be scored by Madeline Ryan for the Guelph Griffins. Another good piece of execution there for the Guelph Griffins on the offensive side of the ball. Impressive play with ball in hand from Guelph all evening.
Just showing lots of versatility here, some quick picks and some wide passes.
And Madeline Ryan, ultimately the beneficiary of that try there for the Guelph Griffins. Good team try for them, bringing the score to 50-7 for Guelph. Convert still incoming. I would think that we're fairly close to the end of the game here. There may be another play after this. Again, we'll get another look at Grace Jacqueline kicking for the Griffins. Grace Jacqueline lining up her convert. That ball missed, and that will bring us to the end of the game. Final score in Consolation semifinal. Number 1, Guelph 50, UPEI 7. Was a great game overall from both teams, Phil.
An exciting game, yeah. Guelph really showing their ability to work the ball out of their own half, getting those kickbacks and putting in the phases to move forward, and the pressure was just surmounted in score and score again.
Certainly Guelph would have been disappointed with their loss in the quarterfinals. Bounced back well in Consolation semifinal number 1. They will play for 5th place on Sunday morning. There's a good look at the Guelph team there. And on the other side of the pitch, the UPEI Panthers. This will bring their national championship to a close on the pitch. Great hosts. You see players getting hugs in. Some of these Panthers, this will be their last game in the green and white. Great contributions to the UPEI Panthers from all of the players on that team. Big thank you out to the seniors for the UPEI Panthers. Again, here's a look at the handshake between the two teams. Good sportsmanship being shown.
Lots of smiles out in the rain.
Again, the rain's starting to come down again as we get set for our next match. Good look at the teams, shaking hands. There's a look at Coach James Voy for the Panthers. And the Guelph Griffins will advance to the 5th place game on Sunday morning, awaiting the winner between this next game coming up between Laval, Rouge et Or, and the Acadia Axewomen. Good look at the Panthers there again. A great showing from them in their 2 games in this national championship. Great hosts. Emotions from some of these Panthers that are finishing their university careers here. Certainly been great to see this team grow. Here come the Griffins. We'll have the players of the match here in just a moment for you. Guelph will look to regroup, rest and nutrition before Sunday's 5th place game. It's not the game that Guelph was hoping to be playing in when they arrived in PEI. However, still all to play for. 5th place at the Nationals is a great result, whoever that may go to. And on the Panthers side of the ball, not the result they wanted on the scoreboard, but certainly a great result for them in terms of being great hosts and leaving it all out on the pitch in both of their games.
At this time, we would like to recognize the team players of the game.
We'll have a look here at the players in the match.
Present the awards from U Sports Rugby and from the CEO of Guelph Canada.
Here's a look at the Panthers.
First, congratulations both teams on a game well played.
Again, lots of emotion. A lot of pride.
Number 11, Emily Clark.
And the player of the match for the Guelph Griffins is number 11, Emily Clark. She had some impressive runs on the wing and then a very impressive try moving to the 8-man position. So a versatile player for the Guelph Griffins, certainly.
Absolutely brought some explosive energy into that scrum picking position, and was able to.
Great game for her. And the player of the game for the UPEI Panthers is number 12, team captain, Emma McLean. Great game certainly from her. There's a look at Emma McLean. A great game there. Great game here in Consolation semifinal number 1. Your Guelph Griffins, number 3 seed OUA champions, are victorious over the UPEI Panthers by a score of 50-7, bringing the UPEI Panthers tournament to a close. We're coming up next at you live with Consolation semifinal number 2 between the number 1 seed Laval Rouge et Or and the number 4 seed Acadia Axewomen. Join us back at 7 o'clock Atlantic for the final game of Friday, November 1st, Consolation semifinal number 2. We'll be here.